Hey guys, Mark Singing here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so, as you probably know by now, we had an interesting teaser posted on the official Dokkan Battle global Twitter account. This went up at 1 AM UK time, so annoyingly this was only like an hour and a half or so after I'd gone to bed. And of course woke up to see the news, and it was basically announcing something, or teasing something, I guess. Technically nothing has actually been officially announced. So I'm going to play it here. If you want to watch it with the sound, it just has like music and stuff in the background if you watch the actual thing on Twitter. But as you can see here, we have a teaser that shows us some animations from, I think the first one is from the LR Trunks and Mai, or it's the AGL Trunks and Mai. Then we have the STR Mai, the Time Machine, which I believe was from the Summon animations. And then we have some clips from the LR, AGL, Blue Boys, everything of course from the Goku Black Future Arc. And then we get the title card here, Arrival of Despair, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. So this was posted at 1 o'clock in the morning with nothing else. Just that, literally, Arrival of Despair. And then the little trailer. And then if we go to the actual Twitter account, this is their pinned tweet. But an hour after that, they posted this. So February's producer letter to be aired on YouTube with info on what's to come first to the international version and info on events for the month of February. So this is scheduled for, as you can see, it's JP time, 6 p.m. Well, actually, no, it's the 19th, 6 p.m. PST. So that is today. On the actual thing on here, there is a... I thought, no, it wasn't. Of course, it's not the Japanese time. It's not on JP. This is at 2 o'clock in the morning in the UK, because the UK is 8 hours behind PST. So this video is going up on the channel at 2 p.m. in the afternoon on the 19th, which means that the producer letter is going to premiere on YouTube 12 hours after the release of this video. You can click the link and you can see that the premiere is already scheduled. It will tell you the time in your local time. So if you go onto their Twitter and open up this link, you can then see the stream. It will come up on your thing, bring up YouTube, and it will tell you the time in your local time that it's going to start. So again, that is 2 AM UK time. So I'm not sure yet whether I will stay up or just wake up super early, because the big thing that we need to talk about is, of course, that this could very well be the release of a global first Goku Black unit, right? Because when you watch this trailer, the big thing from the worldwide celebration is everyone wanted to see a new Goku Black as one of the Part 2 LRs. And of course, you know, we got future Gohan instead of a Goku Black. A lot of people were disappointed. Obviously, future Gohan turned out to be super, super good, which kind of softened that blow a little bit. But we did not get the new Goku Black that everyone was kind of hoping for. But I mean, Arrival of Despair, and it's clearly Trunks' future arc, like the Dragon Ball Super. I never want to say Future Saga, because that does include the Cell and like Future Android stuff, but the Goku Black arc, as a lot of people just like to call it, because he's kind of the main draw of that arc. This is Goku Black arc related. It's called Arrival of Despair. Like, what else is it going to be other than a new Goku Black? Now, it's funny to say that, because that is something that people said during the worldwide celebration for the Part 2 LR. Like, it's gotta be Goku Black. And then, of course, it wasn't. But this surely has to be a Goku Black. Now, the crazy thing is, of course, this is a global first. So, global exclusive. I also want to point out as well, I seriously often post GIFs that are essentially like a reveal, like a leak or whatever. He posted this, which I overlooked at first because I didn't even bother to look at the title. I saw the thumbnail. It's clearly like, well, I say clearly, it could not be a rap song. Looks like the thumbnail of a rap song. It says, I wish you all a good week listening to these sounds, or this, yeah, bad translation from Google Translate, I'm sure. But the song is called Rosé. So Kev says it best right here. So yeah, pretty much a leak from I Seriously that this is a new Rosé. But as I said, given this like trailer and everything, like what more could it be? And even the intro, like the thumbnail for the producer layer is a time machine. So it says here they're going to discuss what's coming first to the international version, which should be the new unit, and info on events for the month of February. So I'm assuming his celebration is going to have a bunch of events and things. And then, of course, Global should also be getting the power level update that has the thing whether, depending on how high your power level is, you get a bunch of extra bonuses, things like getting extra drops, extra attempts at limited number of attempt events, which is very interesting, right? If you are past a certain amount of power level, you get an extra attempt on all the red zone stages. So 4 instead of 3 or 6 instead of 5, depending on which ones it is, which is very interesting. So that is definitely going to be coming up, because they said in the older producer letter that it would be February. So it has to come out within the next like 10 days, basically. So hopefully they'll mention that in here. But yeah, the what's to come first for the international version. So probably a new Goku Black. We brought up the wiki thing here for the all the different Goku Blacks we have in the game. Now, I seriously making that Rosé tweet obviously leans towards more it being a standalone Rosé, or at least it being a Rosé, but that doesn't necessarily mean standalone, right? It could be a base form one that transforms, like the Int one. It could be a base form one that just instantly transforms on turn 1. They haven't done one of those units for a while. Or to be fair, like if you think about LR Golden Frieza, he could still have an intro animation of being base and transforming into Rosé, and then the unit is just Rosé, right? Because Golden Frieza has his intro where he turns from base into gold. So that is very possible. But there's a lot of things to consider about what this Goku Black could be, because one of the things we talked about on the podcast is they've announced that they want the games to sync in summer 2024, which basically means the worldwide celebration, which is in August. So you would assume the way that's going to work is August, we get the worldwide celebration on both versions at the same time, as always. And then after the worldwide celebration, everything is synced. And the one thing that gets a bit complicated when it comes to that is the Tanabata Festival celebration, which on JP is in July. So they get that while Global is finishing off the anniversary. Or is it just before it starts? I think it might even be midway through. But Global's having the anniversary in July, after JP had it in February. And then JP has the Tanabata Festival. Now for Global, if the games are going to sync in August for the worldwide celebration, the Tanabata unit for Global usually comes out in November, but now there won't be a space in the November schedule, because whatever comes out in November on JP will also be coming out on Global, because the schedules will be synced at that point. So that leads to one major prediction being that the Tanabata unit needs to come out on Global first ahead of the worldwide celebration, because there's no space for it to fit in afterwards, right? So this could actually be the Goku Black that's coming out, assuming, of course, we're just going with, for the rest of this video, obviously, we're going with the assumption that it just is Goku Black, right? So I don't have to keep saying potentially, or I don't need to keep saying we don't actually know, because it's not 100% confirmed. But yeah, this new Goku Black could be the Tanabata LR, because not only would the Tanabata coming out now get rid of that issue, obviously, of it then not fitting into the schedule for November for Global, but it actually does make quite a good slot in terms of like a switcheroo, because JP is having the anniversary now and is like, you know, currently in part 2. We haven't had like the major EZAs for part 2 out yet or anything like that. And then when Global is having the anniversary in July, then JP gets the Tanabata Festival. So they've kind of just switched places, right? So JP's having the anniversary and Global gets Rosé, and then in July Global's having the anniversary and JP gets Rosé. So that's definitely how I could see that working out if this guy is going to be the Tanabata LR. So that would mean that this new Rosé is a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR. So he'll have a side banner unit. His banner will have like the LR Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because he was the previous Tanabata LR, which could be a very strong banner. So this guy could not only be a global first, but could be a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR. Now that's if he is the Tanabata unit coming out early. If he's not the Tanabata unit coming out early and he is just a global first, then I don't think he'd be an LR. But obviously that is something that remains to be seen. This producer letter video that's going to go live in 12 hours after this video comes out, people can check, as if it's because it's a premiere and not a stream, people can check in the data, like on the back end, how long the video is. And it's only 7 minutes long. So they're probably not going to show like the full kit and the animations and all that kind of stuff. I imagine they will potentially just show the card art at the end. Now, the interesting thing, though, is this is going to come out at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're going to go by UK time, so convert this to your own local time, right? Like 8 hours behind for PST, 5 hours behind EST, an hour ahead for other, like, Central European time. But the producer letter comes out at 2 a.m. Then 4 hours later on Global, the sales for Ribrienne end and go away. Her sales from when her banner came out were only in the game for 5 days, and then they end, because you can look at the date in the news right now. Now, the only reason why they would do this is because they're going to start new sales, because Dokkan doesn't like to have no sales active. And the only reason they put out new sales is because a new banner comes out. So this producer letter could come out at 2 o'clock, and then literally 4.5 hours later, because that's the time banners normally drop on Global, 6:30 a.m. 4.5 hours later, this Rosé banner could actually come out. So as long as they don't spoil it first with like a data download, we could get the reveal of that information. Then the data download could happen right after the premiere comes out, and then he's just in the game like 4.5 hours later, which is kind of crazy. Now, if they are dumb and spoil it ahead of time, there could be a producer letter, a data download between now and the producer letter. In fact, because I'm recording this earlier in the morning to go up a little bit later in the afternoon, we could have even had a data download before this video comes out. And if that is the case, if it significantly changes or gives us like the full information, I guess I'll just re-record this video and you won't actually be seeing this, rather than me just adding like a pinned comment. But yeah, if they do a data download before the producer letter, if he is indeed coming out tomorrow, then of course we will get the full info, the kit. He'll potentially be added to the private server, so I could do an early showcase. But if not, the producer letter at 2 o'clock should be where they give us our first sneak peek. Like I say, I don't think they'll give the full kit. But again, if he's going to drop 4.5 hours later, they might literally give the full kit and the animations and everything. And then the data download happens, and then he comes out like 4 hours later. So very, very exciting. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. As I said, we're working on the assumption that it's a new Goku Black, and he's going to be Rosé in some way, shape or form, thanks to the I Seriously tweet. So he's either going to transform, or he just starts off as Rosé. There is the possibility that it's a Goku Black and Zamasu, which, where is that on here? It's got to be on the Zamasu thing. There we go. So hopefully it's not a Goku Black and Rosé, because it just replaces the old LR. I could see it being a base Goku Black and Zamasu, and then maybe with a transformation where Goku Black goes Rosé, just because I Seriously's tweet obviously mentions Rosé specifically, because before I knew about that, I was thinking it could be at a stretch like a base Goku Black and Zamasu, but probably leaning more towards it just being a solo Goku Black. I would like to see the intro with like the base Goku Black looking down off of the building with the fire in the background and everything. So I would be perfectly fine with it being a base Goku Black. There's also no reason why he couldn't be base, have that intro, and then transform into Rosé either on a later turn, or they could even stitch the intro together, 2 different parts of his animations from throughout the arc, where we could have that intro of him looking down from the building, and then he just transforms into Rosé. So there's a lot of possible options. Let me know what you guys think down below. The interesting thing is this is going to be a big buff for villains. Oh, the other thing I actually wanted to mention as well here at the end is one thing that happens a lot for Global is we often get anniversary mechanics and things like that before the anniversary comes to Global, because of things like same time celebrations coming out later on, like Saiyan Day, Golden Week, where they'll have, the unit will have like a, say, the Taunt ability, which is an anniversary mechanic. So for JP, it's already come out for them, but it ends up being the first unit on Global to have that ability, because we haven't had the anniversary yet. So not only is there the possibility on the table that Rosé could have a Taunt ability, imagine if he has a Taunt ability where, I think it is Zamasu. Is it Zamasu that says it? I need to rewatch the episode. It's either Zamasu or Goku Black, from when he tells Goku that after stealing his body, he killed Chi-Chi and Goten. That could be a Taunt. That would be kind of crazy. But the other thing that could potentially happen is the anniversary introduced the Super Bosses category. So if Goku Black is going to be a Dokkan Fest exclusive, then one of his leader skill categories could be Super Bosses. And then even if it isn't, he will end up being on that category when it's added into the game. He could be a huge buff for Broly's team, because he's going to have links like Prepared for Battle, Super Saiyan, but he should also have Big Bad Bosses, which helps bridge that gap between some of these units on Broly's team if you want to run extreme units on Super Bosses like Zamasu, who has Big Bad Bosses, but Broly doesn't, and like Golden Frieza doesn't, who's probably a must-run Super Bosses character. So that's going to work out very, very nicely. Obviously, this new Rosé will be a huge buff to the LR Zamasu team as well. So very, very interesting to see what he's going to do, what his kit is going to be. Hopefully we'll find out all of that information tomorrow, if it's not spoiled in a data download, and then this will be a very different video that goes up. But I will let you guys know as soon as we find out everything that is going on. If we do get an update, if we get a data download and we get a private server update before the unit actually comes out, then I will get straight on doing a showcase for him. But this is very, very exciting. Now for global players, you know, with the whole skip everything to the anniversary being a huge factor in everyone's minds, this Goku Black would have to be pretty damn good to tempt people to summon. But as someone mentioned in the stream earlier today, when we were talking about this stuff, if they don't make this Goku Black super, super good, then if he's not coming out on JP for potentially, like, you know, even if it's only a month or so, he has to be really good. Otherwise, JP players won't be as interested in summoning if he's nowhere near as good as the anniversary characters. So whilst he might not be like as good as Beast, who is the #1 best unit in the game, hands down, imagine if he's just like at the level of the anniversary units, and then that unit is coming to global like tomorrow. That'd be insane. So let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. Will you be tempted to summon? I'm a big Goku Black fan. You guys know I'll be going in whenever the banner is coming out. I'll be live to do summons, so hopefully I'll see you there. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.